Hey, fellow mathers, before we get into this episode, you need to know that registration for the free Math is Figureoutable Challenge is open. We want to empower teachers with PD to help you keep your students engaged and doing the math that matters. Register at mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge.
That's right. Registration's open for the free Math is Figureoutable Challenge, and it's starting August 26th and runs till the 28th at 7 p.m. Central. Join a community of like-minded math teachers from all over the world as we give you our take on math class with high-energy, engaging sessions.
It'll be challenging. It'll be inspiring. It'll be eye-opening. You don't want to miss it. Apart from the math, there'll be some super cool bonuses and prizes. You won't just walk away with routines that are naturally engaging. You'll also have a chance to win over $6,000 worth of prizes, including a few virtual PD sessions for your school.
You can register at mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge for a fantastic learning experience. That's mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge. Now on to the episode.
Hey, fellow mathers, welcome to the podcast where math is figure-outable. I'm Pam.
And I'm Kim.
And this is a Math Strat Chat episode where we chat about our math strategies. Every Wednesday evening, I throw out a math problem on social media, and people from around the world chat about the strategies they use and comment on each other's thinking.
Okay, so this Wednesday, our math problem was 1.4 times 4.5. How would you solve this problem? Pause the podcast, solve however you want, and then come back to hear how we solved 1.4 times 4.5.
Bam.
And I just said solved. We haven't solved it yet. We haven't solved the problems yet. So it's not like we have it pre-solved.
Nope.
What do you want to do? Or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. So 1.4 times 4.5 looks pretty yucky, but if I double...
Hey, Kim, before you start doing something.
Yeah.
Can you ish this one? I was listening to a podcast with Jill Bowler on it and her brand new book, Ish.
Uh-huh.
And I wonder if you just have some approximate, is there some...
Yeah. So 1.5?
It's 1.5, 4.5s.
Uh-huh.
So you can kind of think about, it kind of gives you an idea of where we should be if we're kind of in the ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I didn't interrupt you. Sorry.
No, it's okay. So if I double 4.5, then I have twice the size, but I only want half of them. So I'm going to go 0.7 times 9.
So half of 1.4 was 0.7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it.
So 7 times 9 is 63. So 0.7 times 9 is 6.3.
Okay. Which is 6 and a bit is 1 4.5 and about half of that. So that feels like it's kind of in the ballpark. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. I have no idea if this is going to be any good, but I'm going to think about 1.4s. So I'm in a ratio table and I know 4.5 of them.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So I've got 1.4, 2 1.4s would be 2.8. So 4 1.4s would be double that. Double 28, I know is 56, so 5.6, because I've just doubled 28 a lot. So far I have 4 1.4s, but I need 4.5 1.4s. So I need half 1.4, and half of 1.4 is 0.7. So now I've got 5.6. I'm going to add the 4 and the half together to get 4.5, and I'm going to add the 5.6 and the 0.7 together, but they're just screaming at me 56 and 7. And 56 and 7 is 63. So 6.3.
You know what I heard you do is what I do also is for each layer, kind of each piece that you did, you go in and out back and forth between whole and decimal, whole and decimal, whole and decimal.
I did and this time, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you do that all the time, but it's something that I do as well. And it's almost like you're thinking, you're checking the reasonableness all throughout instead of what a lot of teachers will say is extract the decimal, pretend it's not there, do all the work, and then throw it back in at the end. And instead you're well, I want to think about the whole numbers because I own those. I know them. That's kind of where my brain's going. But then it almost sounded like you went back to what the actual amount would be kind of each stage of the game, each layer that you did.
Yeah.
I think it's noteworthy.
Can I do one more just for fun?
Sure.
I wondered what would happen if I thought about 1.4 4.5s. So while you were talking, I was kind of listening.
It's fair. It's fair. I do it too.
So I've got one 4.5, and then I need 0.4, 4.5. So I thought to myself, I'm going to think about 0.1, 4.5s. So 0.1, 4.5 just means I'm dividing by 10. So 0.1 correlates to 0.45, 45 hundredths. But I need 0.4 of them, so I got to quadruple that. And I could have doubled it and doubled it again, but I can quadruple 45 because I know double 45 is 90 and double 90 is 180. So I'm thinking 0.4, 4.5s is 1.8. I had to kind of rig the decimal point there. So now I'm adding the 1 to 0.4 and the 4.5 to 1.8. And now I'm not so happy. Like I can do that. That would be what? 5.5 plus 0.8. Yeah, 6.3. That took me, I had to I had to think about that addition a little more than I wanted
to. What if you did one 4.5?
Yeah.
And then you did half of 4.5, which is pretty nice. And then you went.
Why half? Why half?
Because instead of 0.4, you're going to do 0.5.
Okay.
And then back up the 10th. So you did the 10th and quadrupled.
Yeah.
I think the numbers would have been nice if you did half of the 4.5 and then backed up the 10th.
Because it'd be 2.25.
And then you're at 6.75.
6.75, and you're going to get rid of 0.45. Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice when you said and then subtract, I was like, subtract.
But yeah, actually, but it's a nice one.
Yeah, the 6.75 minus 0.45 is 6.3. That subtracts pretty nicely. Man, it's fun to play. That was playful. Cool.
Yeah. All right. We cannot wait to see what you do every week when Pam throws out a problem on Math Strat Chat. So join us and let us know how you think about the problems, and be sure to comment on other people's strategies.
When you just said throw out, I was like throw up, not throw up, throw out.
Don't do either.
Yeah, we throw out the problems on Wednesdays around 7 p.m. And when you answer, tag me and use the hashtag Math Strat Chat. Then join us here to hear how we're thinking about the problem. We love having you as part of the Math is Figureoutable movement, because math is figureoutable. Thank you for listening and making math more figureoutable.
To learn even more, make sure you register for our free challenge at mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge. You're not going to want to miss the evenings of August 26th through 28th at 7 p.m. Central.
Help us spread the word that math is figureoutable by inviting your colleagues and leaders to join us, because math is not about memorizing or mimicking. It's about mathing, real mathing. Register at mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge. We will see you there. Thanks for making math more figureoutable.